Step into Jade's Digital Workshop, your cozy corner for mastering computer skills, understanding digital magic, and unlocking creativity in the digital world.
Welcome to video 5, the visuals video. Adding images and data tables can make or break your document. Today, we're going to look at how we cover insertion, formatting, and text wrapping. So, the first thing that we are going to look at is we're going to look at how we insert images. So you can see that I've got a piece of text on my document here. As many people know in my life, my favourite animal is the sloth. Okay, so I am going to use this as my example in today's video. So, to add in an image to our document, we're going to go to the top menu here where it says Insert. The top option we have is Image, okay? And these will give us a variety of different locations of where we can add our image from. We have Upload from Computer, so that will upload it from the computer or device that you are currently on. You can search the web, which is my favorite, and that is what we will be using today. You can upload them directly from your Google Drive, directly from your Google Photos, from your camera, and you can also add in a URL link. Okay, but like I said, for today's video, we are going to be using the search the web option. So once I have clicked on that, you will get a search box up on the right hand side of your screen. Okay, so in here at the top where it says search in Google Images, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in sloth. Okay, for it to actually search for the image that I am looking for, I would press enter on my keyboard. Okay, and it's going to bring up a variety of different images for you to use. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to pick an image that you would like to insert into your document. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this image here. When you click on it, it will say how many you have selected. So you can actually select more than one. So what you could do then, okay, is you're going to go to insert. Okay, and that will insert it into your document. You might realize that the image that you have chosen is a little bit too big for the document itself. But great news is you can still use it, okay, because there is something that we call an edit of image. When you click onto the image, okay, you get these squares. So you get 4 in each of the corners, and then you get 4 in the middle as well. So to size this correctly, okay, I do recommend that you use one of the squares in the 4 corners. If you use one of the squares on any of the outside edges, it can distort the image and make it look a bit strange. So I'm going to go to the bottom left hand corner. When I get this double arrow, I'm going to click and hold and I'm going to drag it inwards. Okay, so this is making the image smaller. When I'm happy with the size of the image, I'm going to let go. Okay, so we can see now that the image is a little bit easier for us to add onto our document. Okay, it's a nice size. It's not overpowering like it was when we first inserted it. So, image positioning is key, especially if you are using it within facts like I am today. So, after you've inserted the image, what we can now do is we can look at the wrap text option. The wrap text option comes up in this box underneath it. So currently it's in line with text, meaning that it will try and line up with one of the lines of the text itself. We have wrap text, so if I click on this one, it means that I can freely move the image around, okay, and the text will wrap around the image, okay. I like using this feature because you can actually embed the image into the body of text itself. Okay, and you can freely move this anywhere on the page so you can put it where you want. We do have the break text. Okay, so what that will do is it will move the text to the top and the bottom. Nothing will be on the left or the right of it. We have behind text, okay, which as you can see does limit the image that is visible. Okay, so not recommended to use this option. And then you've also got the in front of, but you are then unable to read the text behind the image. Okay, so I would use, sorry, the wrap text feature. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my image here. Okay, so editing images. So we do have options at the top. Okay, so when you've got your image selected, you're going to go to where it says image options, and you will get these drop down menus on the right hand side. We have size and rotation, so you can change the size by going up or down here. We have text wrap again, so that's what we've just seen on the box underneath. We have position, so you can move it with text or you can fix it to a position on the page. You can recolor it. Okay, so you can see that there are many options of recolor. If you wanted a high contrast or a completely different color altogether. We have adjustments, so you've got all of the different settings here. And then you can also describe the image. So this is really good for those that people might have trouble seeing the screen. So blind people do request, or those that are visually impaired, sorry, that all images have a description with them so that their screen reader is actually able to describe it and read the image description, sorry, to them. You've also got advanced options, so you can add in a title as well. So next up, we're going to look at how we add in tables to our documents. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close down the image options on the right hand side here. Okay, so to insert a table, we're going to go back up to the insert option in the menu at the top. And under image, we have table. Okay, so the table, you get to pick how big you would like it. So as you hover your cursor over, it will show you how big the table would be when you insert it. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a 3 by 4. Okay, so we can see it's 4 long, 3 wide, and I'm going to click there. And here is where the table would be inserted. So wherever you were clicked on the document, that is where the table will go. Okay, so we can format the table. So to format the table, we're going to right click on it and we're going to go to table options at the bottom. Table options will then come up in the place where our image options came up. So we have quick layout, so this is where it would be placed onto the screen itself, or onto the document, sorry. We have the style and the alignment. We've got column width and we can change the data type. Same with the row. We have the cell, so you can add in what sort of alignment it is within the cell itself. And then you can change the color of the border. Okay, and then you can also go ahead and you can change the color of the cell. Okay, so these tables you can just type into them, etc. Okay, and you can also make each of these a different color. Okay, so if you wanted to color coordinate it, you wanted like one column, one color, etc., then you are able to do that. Or if you wanted to color the whole table, you would just select the whole thing, go to cell background, pick a color, and it would change it. So for the final part of this video, we are going to look at how we can add in drawings. Okay, if you know Microsoft Word, you'll know that you can add in shapes and such. I mean, you can do exactly the same thing on here as well, but there is a slightly different way that we need to do it. So we're going to click somewhere on our document. So I'm going to click under my table, and then I'm going to go up to Insert, and I'm going to go down to where it says Drawing. Okay, I'm going to go along and I'm going to click on New. What this will do is it will bring up a drawing page. Okay, so you've got different options, you've got different actions, you can add in word art, you've got zoom, you've got select, okay, and here is where we've got the option to add in shapes. Okay, so these shapes, we've got a big variety. Okay, so we've got shapes, we've got arrows, we've got call outs, and we've got equations, symbols as well. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a simple one. Okay, so I'm going to pick the circle. Okay, so this doesn't immediately insert it onto our drawing area. We do have to click onto the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click and hold somewhere, and I'm going to drag the image outwards. Okay, this has now added the image onto our drawing area. Okay, so now I can go ahead, I can change the color of the image. I'm going to change it to a nice purple. I can also change the line of it, so that outside edge. So I'm going to change it to red. Okay. If I wanted to add another image to go alongside this, okay, you can do. You would just click off of it, go back into shapes, and choose what shape you would like to insert next. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the diamond, and I'm going to draw the diamond onto the page as well. Okay, so with this, you are able to layer the shapes on top of each other to create a new shape. So I'm actually going to drag the edges out to meet the edge of my circle. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the color. Okay, so we have now created a brand new shape using a circle and a diamond. Okay, once you are happy with the shape that you want to insert onto your document, you're going to go up to Save and Close, and it will insert that creation into our document. And like with our sloth image at the top of the page, this has the four corners, okay, so you can make it bigger and smaller. And you've also got the wrap text options underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click wrap text. And I am going to move it up the page to fit in with here. Okay, so we can now see how we've added our shape into our document. So we have come to the end of video 5, and we've come a long way since that video 1. So you have just finished the first volume of the Google Docs Mastery series. Give yourself a high five. Think about everything that you can do now. You can create, format, share with others, collaborate, and insert complex tables and images. You have now mastered the fundamentals. But what if I told you there was an entire next level? Volume 2 is where we become true power users. We're talking about automating your research, getting back deleted work, creating automatic tables of contents, and mastering the shortcuts that save you hours. So, if you're ready to go from a proficient user to Google Docs Master, it's time to start Volume 2. The first video in the next volume, Video 6, the Research Toolkit, will be out soon.